Hey, fourth grade writers. I wanted to do quick mini lessons based on yesterday's assignment because I felt like maybe I wasn't very clear or maybe we just needed a reminder. So you've already watched the simile video I gave for you to watch and the adjectives. Now I'm going to go back and reread some things out of our chapter book to give you some really good examples of what adjectives and similes are. Before I do, let's take a look at the board really quick. And hopefully you can read that pretty well. And if I'd stop moving the computer. Okay, so adjectives. They're words and phrases that describe nouns. And you can think about your five senses, because that's some of what adjectives will describe. They describe shape, size, smell, taste, what you see. They can describe how much or how often. And they describe the nouns. They're describing what? People, places, things, and animals. So they're telling more about the noun. And then similes is when you're comparing two different things. And the words that are clues often when a simile is in place is if you see the word like or as. And so I was just rereading part of the BFG, and I found some good examples for you. So for instance, when that question came up about what adjectives create a feeling of fear about that figure coming down the road, it says it was something black, something tall and black, something very tall and very black, and very thin. So these are some of the adjectives describing that figure coming down the road that could have started to make you feel a little prickly, a little scared. It goes on to say, and now these are more adjective phrases. It wasn't a human. It was 4 times as tall as the tallest human. That's a descriptive phrase. It tells you how much. 4 times. It was so tall, its head was higher than the upstairs windows of the house. And now, if we move on, some more really good descriptive phrases are over here where she starts to talk about what his face looks like. Sophie caught a glimpse of an enormous, long, pale, wrinkly face. So all 4 of those words, enormous, long, pale, and wrinkly, they're all descriptive adjectives. They're all describing a noun. They're all describing the giant. And doesn't that create an image in your mind? It makes writing so rich. And when you use good descriptive words in your writing, good adjectives, it helps your reader paint an amazing picture in their head. 2 bright, flashing eyes. There was a fierce and devilish look about them. And now, if we move on to our similes, comparing 2 things, looking for those clue words like or as, it says, and there she crouched, still as a mouse. So they're comparing Sophie to the mouse, and they're describing her as being still. And then on the next page, 16, there's a great simile. We're talking about when the giant is reaching in to get her. It says, an arm as thick as a tree trunk. So now they're comparing the giant's arm to a tree trunk, and that is a simile. Okay, so what I would like you to do for today's assignment is go back through all the chapters that I've asked you to read so far. And in the discussion board, make a list of 4 or 5 adjectives, good descriptive adjectives. Just make a list, 4 or 5. And then if you can, see if you can find an example of at least one simile. Remember, a simile is comparing 2 different things. Okay, that's all. Have a great day.